Hello all, I am Devani Patil, Assistant Professor in Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Camp Pune. In last two videos, we will discuss about the what is the digital data and data types of digital data, introduction about big data, and what is the exact computerized data, that is the simple data. In today's lecture, we will discuss big data analytics. As we know that in big data, whatever information is stored, that is very huge and complex. So, to classify the data which is stored on a computer system, that is not easily possible with traditional systems. So for that purpose, in big data, we are using some statistical analysis tools or some statistical analysis techniques to classify that data into different format. Depends on the user's requirement, you can use any type of analysis method and you can analyze your data. So before going to the analysis techniques or what is the statistical analysis, we will discuss about the big data analysis. What is exactly big data analysis? It is a process of collecting, organizing and analyzing large sets of data called big data to discover patterns and other useful informations. Big data analytics can help organizations to better understand the information contained within the data and will also help identify the data that is most important to the business and future business decisions. So, in a big data analytics, it is a process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing large sets of data. Whenever you have a huge data, then you can collect that data in a particular structure. You can organize that data. You can analyze that data with different patterns of statistical analysis. Analysts working with big data typically want the knowledge that comes from analyzing the data. Big data analytics examines a large amount of data to uncover hidden patterns, correlations, and other insights. With today's technology, it's possible to analyze your data and get answers from it almost immediately, an effort that's slower and less efficient with more traditional business intelligence solutions. So with the help of some help of some patterns, with the help of some correlations in data, we can analyze data which is stored in big data. For that purpose, analysts working on big data typically want knowledge comes from analyzing the data. Whoever working on the big data analytics, those analysts should have a knowledge of how to analyze the data in a particular way or in a particular format. Big data analytics is useful for the business intelligence solutions. Suppose you want to find out the exact location of your business in the market, who are the topmost competitors and who having a poor condition in the market. For that purpose, you can use big data analytics. Why big data analytics is important? The importance of big data analytics does not revolve around how much data a company has, but how a company utilizes the collected data. That is, the utilization of data by the company is very important instead of how much data that company have, because if your organization have a lot of data but you don't have a knowledge how to use that data for your growth, for your progress, then there is no use of such type of data. Every company uses data in its own way. The more efficiently a company uses its data, the more potential it has to grow. The company can take data from any source and analyze it to find answers which will enable. The big data analytics is important for your business growth, too important for the utilization of data. It is important to collect a data. It is important to how the data is potentially useful to grow your business. Big data analytics is useful to cost saving, time reductions, understand the market conditions. In cost saving, some tools of big data like Hadoop and cloud based analytics can bring cost advantages to business when large amounts of data are to be stored, and these tools also help in identifying more efficient ways of doing business. In cost saving, that is the you don't have you it is not necessary for your organization to build a structure of a server, because you can put your data in somebody's else environment and you can pay rent for that particular use of the space. Second one is the time reductions. The high-speed tools like Hadoop and in-memory analytics can easily identify new sources of data, which helps business analyzing data immediately and make quick decisions based on the learning. These type of sources or this type of big data analytic tools will help you to make a report of any market condition in a within very less time period. You can easily make such type of report and it gives you the predictions about your business, and according to those predictions you can make changes in your organization or you can make changes in your business. Understand the market conditions. Big data analytics is useful to find out where you are in the market. By analyzing big data, you can get a better understanding of current market conditions. For example, by analyzing customers' purchasing behaviors, a company can find out the products that are sold the most and produce products according to this trend. Suppose your product is having a very good market, then it will give you idea about the market condition of your product. Then according to that you can start production of your product or you can increase production of your product. By this it can get ahead of its competitors. Next use of big data analytics is control online reputation. Big data tools can do sentiment analysis. Therefore, you can get feedback about who is saying what about your company. If you want to monitor and improve the online presence of your business, then big data tools can help in all this. Sometimes we are giving feedback of any product or any organization on online. For example, on their websites or any type of another tools or websites are available who are gathering customers feedbacks. On those type of website we are putting our feedbacks. So big data analytics is very helpful to collect such type of feedbacks from the customer, that is the who is saying what about your company and about your product. If the remark from the customer is negative, you can improve in your company or in your product. If the remark from the customer is positive, you will maintain the quality of your product and company. Next is using big data analytics to boost customers' acquisition and retention. The customer is the most important asset by business depends on. There is no single business that can claim success without first having to establish a solid customer base. However, even with a customer base, a business cannot afford to disregard the high competition it faces. If a business is slow to learn what customers are looking for, then it is very easy to begin offering poor quality products. In the end, loss of clientele will result, and this creates an adverse overall effect on business success. The use of big data allows businesses to observe various customer related patterns and trends. Observing customer behavior is important to trigger loyalty. So, to find out the customers' acquisition and retention, big data analytics is very important. Using big data analytics to solve advertisers' problem and offer marketing insights. Big data analytics can help change all business operations. This includes the ability to match customer expectation, changing company's product line, and course ensuring that the marketing companies are powerful. So, with the help of such type of data analytics, it will be easy to any company to solve the problem of advertising and offers in the market, because they will get an idea about their business, what is the exact situation of their product and business in the market. If the situation is poor, they will go for the advertising of their product, or they will give offers to the customers, and in this way they will improve their business. Big data analytics as a driver of innovations and product development. Another huge advantage of big data is the ability to help companies innovate and redevelop their products. Suppose nowadays your product is not going in good condition in the market, then with the help of big data analytics you can make advertising of your products on websites or in any digital way, or you can give offer to the customer when the customer is at your doorstep. Now, if this is the big data analysis, what are the applications of big data? Big data is useful in many sectors like banking and securities, communication, media, entertainment, healthcare providers, education, government, etc. So, we will go one by one. Banking and securities. Retail traders, big banks, hedge funds in financial markets use big data for trade analytics used in high frequency trading, pre trade decision support analytics, sentiment measurements, and predictive analytics. So in the banking sector there are so many banks are available in the market. All these banks are using big data to store the customers information, their policies, their funds. Then again, for the competition purpose, financial markets of the other banks, etc. For all these purpose, banking sectors are using big data, and whatever data stored from the bank on the on the big data servers, that data is completely secure. Big data is useful in communications, media, and entertainment. Create content for different target audience, recommend content on demand, and measure content performance, because for each and everything they will create a record. Big data will create a record. According to that record or according to that report, you can take actions. Third, healthcare providers. The healthcare sector has access to huge amounts of data but has been plagued by failures in utilization the data to curb the cost of rising healthcare and by inefficient systems that stifle faster and better healthcare benefits across the board. In healthcare providers, suppose any type of disease is now is now with the patients, then how we have to treat those patients, what is the record of that patient, how many patients are nowadays are diagnosed with that disease. For all these, to keep track of all these records, healthcare providers are also using big data. In education sector, big data is used quite significantly in higher education. It is helpful for teacher as well as students also. In manufacturing and natural resources, increasing demand for natural resources including oil, agricultural products, minerals, gas, metals and so on, we can use big data has because it has led to an increase in volume, complexity and velocity of data that is a challenge to handle. In manufacturing sectors, big data is very helpful to produce any type of product or to make a production of a new product. In the natural resource industry, big data allows for predictive modeling to support decision making that has been utilized for ingesting and integrating large amounts of data from geospatial data, graphical data, text and temporal data. In government sector, again big data is used. In governments, the most significant challenges are the integration and interoperability of big data across different government departments and affiliated organizations. Big data is being used in the analysis of large amount of social disability claims made by the Social Security Administration that arrive in the form of unstructured data. The analytics are used to process medical information rapidly and efficiently for faster decision making and to detect suspicious or fraudulent claims. In the retail and wholesale trade, again big data is used to reduce fraud, timely analysis of inventory, and optimized staffing through data from shopping patterns, local events, and so on. In transportation, governments' use of big data for traffic control, route planning, intelligent transport system, congestion management by predicting traffic conditions, private sector use of big data in transport, revenue management, technological enhancements, logistics for competitive advantage by consolidating shipments and optimizing freight movements. Individual use of big data includes route planning to save on fuel and time for travel arrangements in tourism. Nowadays, we people are also using Google Map. Google Map is a very good example of big data. So, in this lecture, we discuss data analytics and types of applications of big data. These are some references I used for this presentation. Thank you.